Hey friends, welcome back. In this video, Simon Says Stamp sent me over a really cute stamp set for Halloween. This is in their latest release. How darling is this? And I love it. I don't have the coordinating dies for this, so I am going to do a design that does not require any cutting. Although with my sentiment, let me find that little cutie because it's teeny tiny. We also have another brand new product from Simon Says Stamp. This is their Little Boo, which is quite little. Let me grab it for you. And hopefully it's in here. Okay, yes, there it is. I was wondering if I had already taken it out. Okay, it is quite little. So I'm gonna incorporate this as well. So when I say no cutting, we're not gonna do any cutting with our stamps, but we will of course cut out our little wafer die for our sentiment. So I'm gonna show you what I think would be really cute with this stamp set, and let's get started. So let's go ahead, let's grab our timer. I know you guys have been really enjoying the Beat the Clock series, so let's just time how long this is truly gonna take. I've set it to an hour. I do not anticipate this taking very long at all. This is going to be very simple, but you never know. Okay, let's go ahead. Actually, probably famous last words, right? When I think something's gonna be simple, it always ends up a stinker. So we will see. All right, I have my panel here and ready to go. I'm going to trim it down. Should I trim it down first? I was trying to think what I wanted to do. Yeah, trimming it down first. So I'm just going to take a little bit off. I'm going to trim this to be a final size of 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. And then I'm going to bring my Misty in, and we are going to get right to stamping. So bringing this little guy in. And what I was thinking of doing is a little trio of ghosts, and then I'm going to have them say boo, boo, boo. So that's kind of my idea with where I want to run with this. I am not a fan of fussy cutting. It just makes me cringe. I know, but it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. I just don't love it. So I like to avoid it at all costs. And when I don't have coordinating stamps, I try to find other ways that I can have fun with them without cutting them out. So if you are in that predicament too, where you don't have them, then here's an idea. So I'm really loving this little guy that has the little dream of the candy. He's just adorable. Him or her. So I love that one. And then, yeah, so let's go with what we know. We know we want this cutie. Dreaming of sugar plum fairies, or what it would be for Halloween, Tootsie Rolls and candy corn. I am not a candy corn lover. I mean, I kind of like it, I guess, to an extent. Like I want like 3 pieces every year, but then anything other than that, I'm like, ooh, that's too much for me. So I can't tell if I like it or not if I'm that way. I'm kind of liking this little guy. I love how he has some movement this way because he'll be on this side of the card. And then maybe this one. I don't know. They're all so cute. I don't necessarily want to have like pumpkin-y ones on this particular one, but you totally could. Ooh, or maybe I like this. No, I liked this one. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and tilting it so that it looks like it's moving, or he or she's looking like it's moving. They are moving. Okay, I'm liking that. I think that'll be fun, but let me think about where my sentiments would go. I would kind of do boo. Hold on. Maybe this one would need to go here. Yeah. Yep, I think so, because then I'll have room to do boo, boo, and boo. Woo. There we go. I think that'll be good. Okay. It's just paper. If I mess up, I can reposition. But I think I'm going to like that. I don't think I'm gonna be, well, I might cope it color. Actually, I might a little bit just to add a little bit of dimension to these ghosts. I know I'm gonna give them some cheeks because I can't not, and I'm gonna color the candy, I guess. So let's go ahead and use a alcohol marker friendly ink. Okay, and one more. Give it a boost of dimension. They are cute. How cute. All right, there we go. Voila. Okay, now grab just a mild baby wipe. I get mine at Costco. They are my favorite wipes. They worked so amazing for my little babies when they were babies. In fact, we still buy away baby wipes because kids are just messy little beings. But my kids had super sensitive skin, so we got them just the Kirkland Signature Mild Baby Wipe, and they work amazing for stamps as well. So that's what I use. I mentioned that because I get that question quite a bit. And then let's put these back. There and there. Now there are some additional elements that if I had the coordinating dies, I probably would cut out and have fun with. Like the little jack-o'-lantern, that's fun. We have a little cupcake, which is really cute as well. But I am going to do something a little different. Now, I may come back with the stars though. The stars are adorable and I think they could be super cute. So I'm going to leave my stamp set right off to the side because I think I want to come back with those. But until then, let me grab some Copics because I can add just a little bit of fun with some markers just to add a little boost of dimension because right now it's just pretty flat. Okay, that's the direction I wanted to go in. Okay, let's keep the clock in here so you can see. All right, very simple coloring, very simple. So if you click on the title of the video, I will list every marker color that I used to color these, but I went with a very light gray just to add a little boost of dimension. It's hard to see on camera, but in person, you really can appreciate that. It just gives a little bit more. I added some cheeks and then I added a little turquoise candy. Okay, now I'm gonna bring in my scrap bin here so I can find the colors I want. I really like a sherbet and a lilac and more of a mint for Halloween. It's my favorite color combo. So what I'm going to do is I slap my stamps here because I want to use them again. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to bring in, actually, I have another scrap I can use. I'm going to bring in some white. So what I want here is I'm going to do 3 different colors. I'm going to do my shadow layer out of the color, and then I'll do white words. I think that'll be really pretty. And this is going to give us that boost of color on our otherwise very neutral cards so far. So each time I run through, are these going to cut out? Oh, praise, praise, praise. These are going to cut out together. Oh, that makes it so much easier. So every time I run through a shadow layer, I'm also going to run through my words. It's just going to make really quick work out of this. And then we'll get this all put together. Okay, I have all of my little pieces here, which I think are really fun. So I know I don't want my little turquoise piece to be on the ghost with the turquoise candy. So I'm going to do something like this, and I'm going to place them obviously a little bit better than that. I love how tiny these little boos are. They're so cute. And just like that. And oh, you know, what's kind of cool is it's kind of ending up being right down the center, but I don't want that because actually, let's just place that a little bit more. There. I don't want it to be too thoughtfully placed there. I think that's so cute. I love it. Okay, what I'm gonna do, you know what? I don't think, oh, should I? I was gonna go back in and do stars, but then I think that's gonna be too busy. So I'm not gonna do that, but I will go back with sequins and add a little boost. So let's go ahead and grab tweezers just to help here and liquid glue. And then I will glue these together, but then I really like the idea of using a foam tape to, oh goodness, hold on, or a foam square to go ahead and give the little booze a little boost of dimension. All right, so got our first one. And I'll do the remaining two, and then we'll bump these up with some foam tape. All right, I will go ahead and do lavender. I'm really digging that color for this. And I am going to do 11 by 4 1/4. Half of 11 is 5 1/2. So I'll score it 5 1/2. And then press down on my fold. Now we have a very flat card up until this point. Oops, sorry about that. So I'm gonna add some foam tape to the back just as I always do. Love, love, love that look. And I'll add 3 strips. That looks amazing. And I'll grab this little bent weeding hook and peel up the liners. There we go. And, oops, hold on. This little guy got a little, I've never had that happen before. I got so overzealous. Here we are. Okay, now plop that down. Whoa, that's not right at all. Hold on. That wasn't trimmed down correctly. I just had that in my bin. That is definitely not right. All right, hold on. It is just a card of firsts because I've never had that happen before. What did I say at the beginning of the video? I said this is going to be a very quick card. And you know, it's like when I say, oh, the kids are playing so nicely, I can sit down and read, and then they, you know, end up needing me for something. No, or when my husband says, man, we haven't caught a cold in a long time, you can guarantee that I'm going to be calling the kids in sick the whole following week to school. It's just the way it is. All right, that looks so stinking cute. All right, so again, we are displacing these so that, okay, I had this one off of the ghost. I had this one tucked in, and then I have, we can layer this one too. I think that's so darn cute. All right, I'm gonna go with a smaller foam square, and I'm also going to go ahead and put tweezers on this just to start, so it'll help me lay this down. So we'll do a little square on each letter, make sure it all is built up and nothing bows down. Yes, I have this one here. Okay. Darling, and I'll do the other two. Boo and boo. Ooh, hold on. See this, I feel like this one and this one. I think it'll be okay though, because that's too far away. So maybe I'll just kind of even tuck it just a little bit, or should I? No, I'll tuck it a little bit, and that'll be just fine. Okay, boo, boo, boo. I think that looks cute. All right, now what I want to do is let's dress it up with a little bit of sequins, and we should be done. So I'm gonna grab, I have this really pretty sequins here that I'm gonna use. I think it's gonna be perfect for this card. Yep, I'm not even going to overthink this. And I'm gonna do little duos, I think. Let's see, how do I wanna do this? Actually, no, I'm gonna do little duo here. Yeah, duo here. And a duo here and a duo here. I like that little trio of duos, if that makes any sense. Okay, a trio of duos. All right, we'll do a medium and a small combination on each one, which I think is super fun. Medium, small, love it, and medium, and come here, small. Love that. It's so simple, but so fun. That's so fun. I really like that. Okay, that took 24 minutes. Not bad at all. Quick and easy card, in my opinion, for card making. That's a pretty darn fast card. And I think it's super fun. Plus, it really cut down on cutting. So if you really wanted to do a mass-produced card, I feel like this would be your best bet. Go ahead and trim down all your panels, keep your stamps into position, go ahead and stamp, 5, 6, 7, 8, how many you like to do, right? And then you can cut out all of your sentiments at one time, easy sentiments, easy coloring. This would be a fun card to do over and over again in an easy card. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Click on the title of the video to see all the supplies I used. Give this a thumbs up if you think it turned out super cute, and I'll see you next time.